Fairy fam, it's G here. I just got home from work. I also just finished watching Larry's schedule breakdown. I did watch half of it at work, and I messaged Larry some of my thoughts. He's like, "You want to make a quick video?" I'm like, "Sure. I'll make a quick video right now about my schedule breakdown." So here we go. First thing I gotta say, I am trying my best, hopefully this year, to get down to Miami to meet some of y'all. I know you guys are great. Everyone in this community is great. I gotta get down there. So I'm going to work with my dad. See what works best for him. Hopefully we can both go. But if he can't get it, I might just have to go by myself, man. I might just have to go down there, man. Anyway, so Larry, I know, talked about this extensively in his schedule breakdown. Only 1 p.m. start time game in the month of September. And you know, guys, the Dolphins, I'm not for a minute, they've been terrible my entire life, basically. I'm 21. They've been bad all my life. You guys have seen Dan Marino. Good for you guys. But you guys know the Dolphins have been bad my entire life. And no one, besides maybe Patriot fans, because I remember on sports radio, they were crying about the Heat. All of a sudden, everyone's crying about the Heat. All 31 other teams crying about the Heat. You know something, guys? It's all because we beat the Bills one time a few years ago in September. Bills fans on Twitter crying about the Heat. It's too high. Oh, D-Shot. Whatever they were crying about, those bums. Now the NFL the past 2 years have done their best to give us not that many 1 p.m. start games in the month of September. Now it's all big ding. Like I said, all 31 other fan bases are crying about it. I mean, it's all over Fox and CBS before games. I mean, it's a rule, guys. We always wear white at home. It's in the rules. The home team always chooses uniforms. That's why we always wear white, But Larry said it. Other people in the community said it. No matter if it's hot, no matter if it's cold, just win the effing game, please, okay? Win the game. Second thing, MetLife take over. Big thing in the Dolphins community. And for years, it's always been a big thing. But it took Jets fans. They've been crying. Dolphin fans are taking over our stadium. They've been crying about it. And now the NFL has finally done something to help the Jets fans out. Last year, they moved MetLife Takeover. It's a fun experience. I would like to go one time, but I had never been. MetLife Takeover last year, they put it on Black Friday. The first ever Black Friday game. Right after Thanksgiving. I think there was still a big turnover. I think a Hard Knocks, it looked like it was still a big turnover. And now they moved it to the last game of the season where it's going to be cold. And it's going to be cold for us Dolphin fans, but Dolphin fans still show out. Stick it to the Jets. Stick it to the NFL. That's my quick thoughts. Now I'm going to go into the schedule right now. We open up Hard Rock, 1 p.m. against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this is going to be a hard-fought, close game. I think we can beat the Jags. I'm curious if Jaguar fans will be crying about the Heat or whatnot because they practice out north, we practice down south, make some BS excuse about how they practice down south, we only practice, but we're not used to down there, blah, blah, blah. But I know Jaguars fans, I don't think Jaguar fans will be crying. But speaking of crybabies, week 2, the Buffalo Bills, Thursday night, Amazon Prime, first Thursday night game on Amazon Prime. Listen, man, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about if my dad can't go it, I might just do it myself. I'm debating on taking a week out of work, week out of school. It's that week of September 8th, going to the home opener and going to that Thursday night game. We'll see. I'm in the planning phase right now of what I'm doing. Sorry, game, but the Bills. Listen, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a great guy. He's a great guy. Let's call it what it is. He's a great guy. If Josh Allen was in my room right now, me and him, we would go out to the bars and get maybe a couple drinks, maybe go out doing fun activities. But Josh Allen, the football player, I hate this guy. I really do. And the Bills, they got whole new receivers. I think they got new pieces on defense and whatnot. And I think Bills fans, yes, I hate your team. Yes, I hate Bills. I hate the Bills. Call a spade a spade. But I have the Dolphins winning that game just because I think it's going to take time for the Bills to adjust with their new receivers. Yes, they have Josh Allen. We got to figure out a way to contain them. But I think we can beat them week number 2. Week number 3, we go out to the West Coast. Not the West Coast. We go to the Pacific Northwest to take on the Seattle Seahawks. I'm glad we're getting this trip out early. This is going to be the Jerome Baker revenge game. Jerome Baker has signed with the Seattle Seahawks, if you guys didn't know. So he will be looking for it. And our guy, Jordan Brooks, that will be his revenge game, the former Seattle Seahawks. I think this is going to be a hard-fought game. I just think our team's better than Seattle. I think Tua's a better quarterback than Geno Smith. No offense to Geno Smith. Geno Smith's a great guy. Tua's just better, though. I think we're going to beat the Seahawks. I think we start 3-0 to start the year. Week number 4, we come home back to the Hard Rock to take on the Tennessee Titans. That game last year, That was the game that cost us division last year, Monday night. This year, Tennessee Titans, Will Levis lost. No King Henry, new coaching staff. We'll see what happens. This is a Miami Dolphin revenge game. The Miami Dolphins, if they want revenge, they have to not play with snakes and beat the living you-know-what out of them to get revenge. Now, it's a primetime game. Primetime games are usually close. We'll see what happens there. But I have that to win 4-0, 5-0. We go to week 5. I said 5-0 because next week 5, we're shipping it up to Boston to come take on the New England Patriots. Will I be at that game? I don't know. We'll see what happens because it's literally like an hour, maybe not. It's probably like a half an hour away, maybe. But the Patriots in Gillette, will Jacoby Brissett or Drake May start? Doesn't matter. Dolphins will win. Patriots, if there's any Patriot fans watching, I think the Patriots will be better than last year, but they're still going to be maybe like a 7-10, 8-9 win, maybe 6-win team. I don't know. Jerome Mayo's first year. We'll see what happens. But right now, I got to win 5-0. Week 6, we go to the bye. I'm not a fan of the early buys. I like the later buys because it gives us time to rest up. But meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins, 2 years in a row, late buys. 2 late buys. Still didn't win a playoff game. You know, I like the late buys to rest for the playoffs and whatnot. But the Dolphins, 2 late buys, still couldn't win a playoff game. Maybe this early buy, you know, we could finally win a playoff game. That's the expectation. I have playoff game. Hopefully, maybe a Super Bowl. But week 6, I just had to get that out of the way. Week 7, guys. We already know it. We already knew that this was either going to be the bye week or this was going to be an away game because the NFL catering to Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift that week is playing at the Hard Rock. Yes, I know, guys. I know the Chiefs have already gotten their three-peat. I know. Obviously, that's a joke. There's still games that got to be played. But we're going to Indianapolis to house that Pat McAfee. It's kind of a joke, Pat McAfee. I love Pat McAfee. Right now, I think this can go either way. Right now, I have it as a win, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a loss. Colts, really talented, and the Tua Tagovailoa-led Miami Dolphins always seemingly struggle after a bye, so I wouldn't be shocked if we struggle and find a way to lose the game. But right now, I have it as a win. 6-0, we come back to the Hard Rock to take on the Cardinals, 1 o'clock. I think the Cardinals will be much better. We'll see what happens with Kyler. Starting the full year, they got Marvin Harrison Jr., who they just drafted. I think they'll be better, but I still think they're not going to be good. I think we can win this game, and I have it as a win. So I have us right now undefeated 7-0. And now, after the Cardinals, we come up to Buffalo. This is where I have us our first loss of the season, honestly. I think the Bills will be, hopefully, I think this is the time of the season they'll start be gelling. I just have it a loss right now. I have a split with the Bills. It's going to be cold, but it's not going to be as cold. But, well, guys, we're not going to go 17-0. I hate to break the news to you. As a fan, I hope we win every freaking game. But it's not going to happen. It's only happened one time for a reason. Luckily, it was our beloved Dolphins. But we're going to lose games. I have this as the first loss. Then we go back out to the West Coast to take on those LA Rams. Whose house? The Rams' house. Now, I don't know if Larry's been on Twitter. I don't know if he's been in the spaces, but he's probably editing this, watching this. And if you're on Twitter, you obviously already know, I'm not afraid to admit it on YouTube, guys. Yes, I have a crush on Cameron Brick, the LA Sparks WNBA player. I'm not afraid to admit it. I love Cameron Brick. I have a crush on her, bro. And I've been in the DMs. I've been trying to see if she wants to go on a date. I'm trying to see if she first has a boyfriend because I don't want to ruin any relationship there. Second, if she's single, I want to take a date. So if you guys want to clip this, tweet it at her, send it in her DMs, get her attention. Please, feel free, man. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. I'm trying to, maybe the date, I take her to the Rams game. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to get a date, bro. So, you guys want to clip this? Send it her? Go ahead. I've been in the DMs. I haven't got a response in a while. Anyway, let's go back to series. Yes, Cameron Brick. I have a big crush on her. Ooh. Anyway, much more serious note now. The LA Rams, I have this right now as a loss. I think, I just have it a loss right now. And I think by this time of the year, with my 2 losses I have, everyone's going to be saying, the Dolphins can't beat a good team. That's the BS they'll be spewing on the ESPNs and whatnot. But I have that a loss. Now, we come back after the Rams visit. Maybe I got a date. I don't know. Anyway, I would probably have to miss. If I take Cameron Brick on a date, bro, I'd probably have to miss work or school for that weekend. But anyway, let's get back to the Dolphins here. It's sort of Greg's love story here. The Raiders come to town. Now, listen. Raiders, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew. Tua is way better than both those guys. I just feel like the Raiders are going to be a sneaky good team. Their defense with Wilkins and Crosby, I would not be surprised if the Dolphins lose this game. But right now, I have it as a win. I have it as a win right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we lose. We'll see how the season go. I mean, we all had the Titans game as a win. Dolphins fumbled the bag there. Wouldn't be shocked. Anyway, this last part of the schedule with the Packers, Jets, Texans, Browns, or no, Niners, Browns, Jets. That is a brutal stretch once again for the Miami Dolphins. And that stretch right there will be telling us if the Miami Dolphins are pretenders or contenders. That stretch right there. It's a brutal stretch, not going to lie. That will tell us everything you need to know about this team and whether or not we're going to New Orleans or not. All right? So starting with the Packers, Thanksgiving night. We're going to be eating all day, maybe have a few drinks, watch your Dolphins at the night. Larry said it best, if the Dolphins lose, I mean, it's kind of going to put a stinger on the Thanksgiving weekend. I'm excited for the primetime Thanksgiving game, but I'm going to call a spade Tua. It's going to be probably, I don't know the weather usually in Green Bay, but it's probably going to be cold, guys and gals. Tua, I think he's 0-5 in cold weather games. I believe I saw that stat a couple of days ago. It's not me being a troll. It's not being a hater. It's just the facts, guys. It's just the facts. I have us losing to the Packers. Then we come home for the Jets. I have us winning that game. It's the Jets, bro. But with Aaron Rodgers, we'll see if he can stay healthy. But I have that as a win. Then we go to H-Town, Houston. I think this game could go either way. The Texans are loaded. But I have this as a win, surprisingly. But I could have it as a loss. We'll see, man. I have it as a win right now. Then we come back to the Hard Rock to take on the Niners. I have this as a loss. We could also win this game. It's Mike McDaniel, Kyle Shanahan, teacher versus student. I have it as a loss. The 49ers are too stinking good, man. But maybe they slump after not winning the Super Bowl last year. We'll see. I have it as a loss. Right now, the Browns. We go to the Browns. Our only Sunday night primetime game. I have this as a loss right now. Again, it's going to be cold in Cleveland. Tua hasn't won a cold weather game. If you're a 2-and-ear and you want to call me a hater, bro, it's not me hating. That's just the facts. This game, I could also think it's a win. But cold weather game, I think we lose. And then the Jets, MetLife, take over at the end of the year. Again, it could go either way. This game might be the primetime game. This might be the winner of the AFC East. This might be winning and get in. I don't know. But right now, I have it as a loss. I think we split with the Jets. So I have us right around 11-6, 12-5. That thing, again, Doug says it best. DDW says it best. You're not going to know. Injuries are going to happen. Things are going to happen and whatnot. But we'll see, man. That's kind of my early record prediction. Kind of some of my thoughts. We'll see, man. I'm excited for this season. One more thing I'll talk about the schedule. Thank the heavens we do not have an international game this year. I hate the international games. Listen, I love you international fans. If there's anyone over there in Brazil, Germany, Spain, Britain, and your guys are Dolphins, listen, I love all you. I love all you. Your countries are beautiful. I want to go over there one day. But every time the Miami Dolphins go over international, they suck. They clown show last year in Germany. 1 year with Jay Cutler and the Saints. You remember that game? The Jets embarrassed us, and then we fire that clown Joe Philbin. I mean, every time we go over there, it's a complete clown show with this team. Thank God we don't have international games this year. But again, no disrespect to the international fans. We love you. I love you. You all are great people. You guys are more than welcome to the house anytime you want. But I'm so happy. Anyway, that's kind of my early schedule predictions. Let me know down below. What do you guys think? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Am I delusional? I don't know. Let me down below. What are your thoughts? Comment down below what your record prediction is. All right. Comment what game you're gonna go to. Maybe I want to go to that game too. I don't know. Comment down below. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. The season is inching closer and closer. I'm excited for the year that we got coming. Larry is doing good work. Shake's putting in good work. They're giving you guys great content. Yeah, so yeah, hit like, hit subscribe. Come on, get Larry to 2K subscribers. Come on, guys. You guys can do it. Let's get to 2K, maybe even more by the start of the season. I'm excited for this season, and that's going to do it, guys. Fins up, baby. I'm not going to say that other thing. It's fins up, baby. Fins up. We're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, guys. Believe it. Fins up. Fins up, baby. Fins up.